Hi, this is Brian from B's Music Shop, and today the 2024 Ibanez product line was just made public. Let's talk about it. I've had the catalog for a few weeks now, dealer confidentiality, but I'm really excited that today we can actually talk about it publicly with everyone. Before we get started, like, comment, subscribe. If we can help you out with anything, bsmusicshop.com. We love to find you the gear you love. We love it when you subscribe. It super encourages us, helps us to make content. Thank you. So let's take a look at it. I've got it up on my computer here. Okay, first up we got AZEs. AZEs like their super strat guy, you know, it's a little more stratty than, say, the RGs. They've been pushing these a ton the last couple of years, and there's been a lot of really cool high-end ones, and you've seen a lot of their artists do them. They have a lot of signatures in the AZ. I feel like it's not the most widest adopted part of the line, but it is cool if you've never tried them. The AZ, I like this HSS, chrome pickup, deep ocean blonde, AZ24P1QM. The color's really cool. I like the black pickguard on it. Dynamic switching system, which is crazy. That's gotta be like a, says Reddit. Oh, here's someone being like, it's louder sometimes. That's the explanation I just found on Reddit. Sometimes some positions are louder. We work so hard in this industry to explain things and come up with innovative things, and then someone just explains it as, yeah, it's louder. Honestly, the most true and correct version of what that is. So it looks like with the switch off, it's just doing exactly what you'd think on a five-way, and with the switch on, single coil pickups are series connected, so one goes in the other one. With the switch on, the two singles become one humbucker, neck most position, neck and middle. That is neck and bridge single coil. Middle is like an HH, like both in humbucker. So the two single coils wired as a humbucker, and then the humbucker and the bridge as a humbucker. Next position, it's the bridge pickup in single coil mode, just that one. The single coil of the bridge farthest away from the bridge. That makes no sense. And then the bridge is still humbucker in both positions. That's cool. So like it makes an HSS function a little bit like an HH in some ways. Pretty neat. Oh, and it looks like it works differently on, like, here's an SS. That must make it more like a humbucker in the same way where it connects them in series. That's actually pretty cool. Next up, we got this AZ47P1QM in Dragon Eye Burst. This is cool. It's got a, like, more of a, I call this like a Wilkinson, but there's a million of these like dual fulcrum kind of strat style tremolos. Gold hardware, DiMarzio pickups. $1,400 seems pretty cool. Seems similar to some stuff they've had, just slightly different. And then there's this AZ42P1 PBE Prussian Blue Metallic, which I'm 90% sure a Prussian Blue is a cat, because I think that's what one of my cats is. I might be totally wrong though, or it's just a color. It's also that, is it that paper too? Is it that like pressure paper? Is that Prussian Blue, or is it a Prussian Blue? Might be like multiple things, and I'm just like, I don't know. What is Prussia? Is that a country? He's Russian blue? Yeah. What happens if you put a P in front of him?
Russia is a state in Germany.
Oh, it's German. It seems like it'd be Russian from Prussian. It's like if I had a state and I named it Germany, and then I'm like, nah, it's cool. It's in Indiana. Take that, Germany. I'm gonna start my own Germany, Germany.
Isn't there like a Michigan City in Indiana, or is that in Michigan?
There is a Michigan City in Indiana. Like, I'm going to start my own Michigan in Indiana, right next to that guy who got mad at a Gary. All right, we got a 7-string in the line in the AZs. AZ427P2QM for $1,450. Duncan's, Dynamics. Good hardware. Luminescent side dots. Those are cool. They glow in the dark. Why does it just the side dots? I want the whole thing to glow in the dark. I want to glow in the dark. I kind of do, don't I? All right, and then moving on into like the budget AZs, the AZES. They have a new tungsten. There's a new Arctic Ocean metallic, HSS, SSS, pickups. Pretty cool, straightforward, good price points. All right, now we're going to go on to the RGs, the OG of the Ibanez line, rocker from way back, with this RGT1270PB in Cosmic Blue Starburst Flat, which is just fancy. It's neck through, HSH, DiMarzio's, Ibanez Edge Tremolo. Pretty cool, pretty straightforward. Oh, this is cool. I like these, the RGT1221PB in stained wine red low gloss, which is not matte. gloss, low gloss. I have to see that one in person, I guess. But it kind of looks like a vampire guitar, stained wine red, low gloss. I mean, this looks like, I want to say Twilight, but I don't really know anything about Twilight. What's a good vampire reference? I don't think this looks very Twilight. This looks more like what was that HBO show with lots of nudity? True Blood. Looks like True Blood. Looks like something that like a rock band in that club in True Blood would play, and you'd be like, yeah, that's the guitar a vampire rocker would play. Yeah, that thing's cool. I like that. That's my favorite so far. And we've got an RG470DX. 2 new colors in that. Oh yeah, because these are all guitars they made, just new finishes. So we've got a new finish, Tokyo Midnight, which is, it does look like a street car color. Pretty cool. Then there's the seafoam green matte, which I know that's, the Tokyo Midnight may have came on something else. I know that seafoam green matte we've had on some stuff before, and that looks really cool. New model, RG470PB in red Eclipse Burst, which is kind of purpley in the middle. I don't know if my monitor's just not seeing it right, but that's kind of cool. And this has Jatoba fretboard with white dot inlay, jumbo frets, HSH, with a Floyd Rose Wizard 3 maple neck, or I should say just a dual edge tremolo, since it's not a patented Floyd Rose. I don't want to get in trouble with Floyd. He's probably a very nice gentleman. I've never actually met Floyd. He might be dead for all I know. I hope he's not dead. If he's dead, rest in peace, Floyd. Another new model, RG421QM for $400 in CBB, Cerulean Blue Burst. That's pretty. And then this one is another new model, RG421S in SEM, Seashore Matte, which I don't understand how that's not Seafoam Green Matte, because they look identical to me. Seashore Matte and Seafoam Green. I need to know, are they the same? Or are they like enemies? Or is this like where you can get 9 colors of black? You have any color you want, so long as it's Seashore Matte. All right, next up, RG421EX in a new finish, Prussian Blue Metallic. We're back to the Prussia discussion. What is it? It's in Germany. It's blue, HH, $379. They've come out a lot of cool, like cheaper stuff this year. I love their like budget guitars. They're awesome. Another one, RG421 in a new finish, mahogany oil. That's across the line. Super standard, super awesome. A new model, 7-string, RG7420EX in black flat, $699. All right, what is this guy? New premium finish, charcoal black burst in the S1070PBZ. That thing looks really cool on the neck through. Yeah, that's like the S series. Yeah, it's S series. I always love these. They're so like thin. They're like impossibly thin. New model S770 in cosmic blue frozen matte. That's really pretty, actually. It looks like ice or something. And that's got a Wizard 3 roasted maple neck. Love the roasted necks. Super stable. And we're in Michigan where the weather changes every 15 minutes. Roasted necks are awesome because I don't have to reset up the guitar every 5 minutes. Rosewood fretboard, offset white dot inlay, jumbo frets, HSH, black hardware, 0 edge, 2 tremolo bridge. Now on to my favorite ones. Iceman. The Iceman is back. We've had the Fireman for a couple years, which is the reverse Iceman because Paul Gilbert is hilarious and he decided he wanted a reverse Iceman and called it the Fireman. That's real. But we haven't had an Iceman in years. We actually had one in use the other day, and we were commenting like, come on, man, why did they not make the Iceman anymore? But it is back. And it's cool because it's not $3,000. The new Iceman is $750 or $799, which is awesomely affordable. We're ordering tons of each color of these, and I'm super excited about it. The $799 version just comes in Violin Sunburst here. The IC420FM This guy has 3-piece neck, flamed maple top, Jatoba fretboard. I can never figure out if I'm saying that right. With acrylic and abalone block inlays, medium frets, Super 80 pickups, which is what I think the originals were Super 79s. Ibanez, vintage, Iceman, pickup. Is that what they called the original? I can't remember. Let's see. We're Googling it. We got the Googling out. What pickups are in an Ibanez Iceman? That's not true. That's a new one. All the ones I'm looking at have the wrong pickups in them. Oh my God, I really hope. Are these really the Super 80? I had a set of Super 80s. No way. Are they the Super 80 Flying Fingers? Please be the Flying Fingers. I can't tell. So this is exciting. The Super 80 is what I remember years ago. One of my first nice guitars I had was a Ibanez Professional, which was the Bob Weir version, and I had one with I had one without the Tree of Life. Actually, a lot of those had a Tree of Life inlay. Mine just had dots, but it had the Super 80 pickups in it, which had these like flying fingers, and it was like these fingers of like a severed hand, and they had like butterfly wings off the back. I'll put a picture of them right here. And I didn't realize that the name of those was Super 80s. I always called them the butterfly severed hand pickups and thought they were neat. I cannot tell if this is what those are. They might just be Super 80, like the wind and sort of the chocolate chip cookie recipe for that pickup. But boy, I'm really kind of hoping that these are Flying Fingers, because I always thought that was one of the neatest things of vintage Ibanez, is finding one of those pickups. Because like, what psychopath in like the late 70s was like, we need a design on our pickups. What design are we going to use? I know. Let's chop a hand off and have it like this, and then have butterfly wings coming out of the back, which is no... You got to make the case that somebody at Ibanez was doing drugs back then. Because, I mean, how else do you end up with that? There's no other explanation. I know. They play with their hands, chop them off and put butterfly wings on them. It was cool, though. I love that guitar. I ended up selling that guitar to somebody for like $500. And at the time, I thought, whatever, this guitar's it's worth $500. And now I think I look them up and they're like $2,500. I'm like, But I have a lot of guitars that I go, why did I sell it? But if I didn't sell them, this entire room would be like shoulder deep in crap. Anyways, Iceman guitars. So yeah, we've got the antique blue metallic and antiqued autumn burst. This is virtually the same guitar. The $50 gets you the cool sunburst, and basically I think you're just playing for that flame top for $50. Without that, the body doesn't need the top, and they just spray a color on it. A neat thing about some of these guitars, and I'm not telling you to do this, but through the years, I've noticed that sometimes when you buy the solid color guitar, it's the guitar that they were going to flame top, but if they didn't like the way the flame was looking, it gets rejected and gets a solid color on it. I have seen that more than you would think, where once the paint gets kind of scratched, there's actually a flame under it. It's just one that they're like, nah, we don't like it, now that it's together. And it kind of gives them like a reject. And I'm not saying Ibanez is doing it with this one at all, but it is a neat thing in guitar production. Sometimes you'll see like the rejects just get solid paint on them. Again, it's probably not what's happening here. The thoughts and opinions expressed by Brian of B's Music Shop are his own, and in no way affiliated with Ibanez, Hoshino International, possibly not even B's Music Shop, definitely not most people who know me. They are my own opinions. Okay, let's go to the Gios. Gios are... Is it exciting to talk about Gios? I don't know. They are the budget model for the entire line, so nobody's like, yeah! But I kind of get, yeah, because... You know, when I a lot of times sell a Gio, it's to someone who is the most excited about guitar you're ever going to be. They're starting out. It's their first thing. They're like, I am going to play the electric guitar. Like, it is a new, like, I am going to be this person. And I am, like, we all had that moment. And, you know, one thing about selling guitars is, like, you get to be there for so many people's moment. So I do get excited about like $200 guitars, probably more than your average person, just because like when I find a guitar that I can put in front of people and get them excited about, and I know it's going to hit like their price point, and it's going to hit like they have a target, and if I can put things in that target, they're going to make them super happy. That's like awesome. So I get really excited about like cheap guitars at the damn show. New Gio model, GRG320FA, comes in all the standard Gio bursts: transparent blue, red, black, emerald, violet. Violet's cool. Violet was a new one a couple years ago. I got really excited about Violet. But these are $400. And really, I think this is the $299 Gio, or maybe $350. My memory is the hair dye gets in and it eats away, but it's worth it. You know, I'd rather be dumb and pretty. I'm not pretty. The cool thing with this comes with a double locking tremolo, Floyd Rose, which is cool at this price point. Although sometimes at this price point, like it's fun when you want a budget Floyd Rose. Floyd Roses are, I think, a better second guitar than a first. They do have a learning curve for stringing and tuning and stuff, which is most people can handle just fine. It's cool that they're making a budget Floyd Rose in the Gio line. And then there's also this GRGR 330EX in black flat for $369, new model. I love it because, oh my God, this is the other, so the red guitar from above is the Vampire Club rock guitar. This is like the rhythm guitar player. He's a little more moody. This thing is black on black on black. I didn't even realize what it was, but it is I love it, reverse headstock. That's if you watch any of our videos, reverse headstock is everything to me. But it is a poplar body, bound purple heart fretboard with reverse black chartreuse. So this is like a dark fretboard with black inlays, black hardware, black flat finish. There's a Floyd Rose in here, which I couldn't even tell from the picture until I zoom way in. 2 humbuckers. Are you goth? Are you looking to start guitar? There's no other option. Is your guitar player in your vampire rock band playing a really cool wine red guitar, and you need to have something equally impressive, but you don't have more than $400, this is your guitar. Okay, I'm moving on. Arch tops, Artcores. Some new models here. Artcores, so awesome. I think Artcores are one of the best arch top guitars on the market. They make like 1 million models at every price point for every person. Super fun. We carry like 30 of them in the store, and I'm always excited to pull them down and check them out and put them next to the other arch tops we sell from other people. But look at this guy, AG 95K. So this is a new model. AG, I think, is like the slightly bigger, and if I remember right, is like the full hollow. So it's not like a 335 style or something where there's a center block and the wings are hollow. These are more like the big body arch tops where they're actually like, you know, like a Gretsch or like a Super 400 from Gibson, or like those vintage models. This thing $750 comes in natural, which seems like it comes in natural because this top is kind of fancy. What is this top? It looks like a really nice coffee table. Super 58 pickups, bound ebony fretboard, acacia. ACACIA. You know, one thing about this industry is it really takes me around to how to mispronounce a lot of words. Acacia, I think is how you say that. Top, back, and sides. I see those a lot in that wood in ukuleles, actually. So it'll be kind of neat to see that in an arch top. AS93BC, another new model. This is more like your traditional thin, I call it the 335 style or the old casino style. Hollow body. Linden top, Bacote back and sides in black. Pretty cool. $699. All right, now we are down to the basses. Starting it off right here, Gary Willis 5-string fretless for $1,700, which is kind of a steal. I thought a Gary Willis model would be more money when I first saw that. It has titanium rods in it. That's interesting. Ash body, ebony fretboard, Bartolini's 5-string. Oh, it's just got the one pickup. This guy is in silver wave burst flat and has this cool like bridge thing. So when you're playing the bass, Oh, let me put my non-Ibanez, although nobody should make this finish more than Ibanez right now. Although I think Schecter is kind of doing this a lot, but this is hair metal. So like, you know, when you play bass, you put your finger here, you put your finger here, and some of these like higher end basses for the last few years, they make a little piece of wood that goes across, and you can kind of drift from different bass tones with your fingers. So this thing has that bridge on it, which is awesome. Oh, it's fretless. Oh, it was right there on the page, and I didn't even realize that it was fretless till now. That's super cool. And another fretless, I actually ordered this one. I'm really excited to play one of these. This thing is an SR, new model, fretless. I'm reading it from the beginning now. SRD 900F, also comes in the 905F 5-string. This is from the Ibanez Bass Workshop. Was this maple walnut neck, maple top, a Comey back half semi-hollow body, bound Panga fret. I'm so bad at this. I don't know how these words are said. Nordstrand big break neck pickup, Nordstrand big break bridge pickup. Oh, it's got a piezo in it too, so it's got like a mic in the bridge. And brown topaz burst low gloss. These mouthful finishes. But I like that it has these cool little holes in it. It's a semi-hollow base. Instead of just putting an F or putting like a line or like a diamond, it has these series of circles, which look really, really cool. I like playing fretless bass too, so I'm really pumped that fretless bass is having some new models come out. A lot of times, the fretless of the model, it's sort of the lefty where they just take the most popular one and they rip the frets out of it and it comes in black or brown, and then here you go. Here's your soup bone dog in the corner. So it's kind of cool that something that flashy is coming out first in a fretless. I don't think maybe they made one of these years ago in a fretted, but I've never seen it with those little circles on it. I also miss a lot of things. All right, another new model, multi-scale SRMS 720. This guy's in blue chameleon, also comes in a 5, and oh, I thought it came in a 6. I scrolled down too far. That's a different one. That's a preview. The multi-scale, so the E string is longer in scale than the G string. Gives you some of the benefits of a longer scale bass, but doesn't make the whole thing such a thing. I also hear like the fan frets. I played around on one for a minute. The people really love them. They feel like the hand position's really good. I haven't gotten around on them enough to feel like they're my thing, but the people love them, dig them. And it's really cool. Some of that stuff's coming out and more of it. This guy has Fishman fluences in it, a bunch of fancy woods in it that I don't know quite how to say, so we'll just look at this and you can read it and pronounce it in your own head 5 different ways incorrectly, and that will be what I'll say. All right, moving on. The SR1420B, another new model in Caribbean green low gloss. Everything's low gloss this year. This has a flamed maple top, African mahogany body, flamed maple fretboard with blue oval inlays. This comes in is this the one that comes in a 6? Yeah. So this comes in a 4, a 5, and a 6 string. Everybody's included. I like this finish. It's really fancy. We're probably going to get, I think I did order some of these too. Really cool stuff. I like the maple fretboard. I'm a sucker for a maple fretboard. There's a lot of loud cars going by. All right, we'll go on from these. This is a new finish in the SR400, a new finish in the SR400. These are super priced right, $549, $599. You get this cool Mars Gold metallic burst. I ordered some of these too. I think these look really, really neat. Looks like it's kind of like gold around the outside, and then it's got kind of caramel in the middle in a really cool base. All right, continuing down, new finish for the SR300 EDX, Cosmic Blue Frozen Matte, and Black Ice Frozen Matte. So there's very much a winter theme this year with Ibanez. Those are pretty neat. Also available in the 5. And now we're at the BTB, which I'm being told the 25th anniversary of the BTB. We're celebrating everything. Everything's great. Everything has an anniversary. The BTB is no exception. So these are a new model, $1,200, BTB multi-scale. So we've got the fan frets, natural brown burst flat, blue starburst, low gloss. Oh, they have a 0 fret on them too. That's cool. I didn't catch that. Maybe some of the other ones did. I'm going fast and reading fast. And more BTBs, new model, 5-string multi-scale and pearl white matte with gold hardware, maple fretboard. I'm a fan. And the BTB 605 MLM at $1,150. Coming on after that is the 7-string bass. Have big hands. Have big hands or don't show up to the 7-string. In natural mocha low gloss. This guy is a monster. $1,400. That's not too bad for such a humongous bass. Multi-scale, 9-piece neck, 0 fret, 35-inch scale. Oh, that thing is a monster. Unbelievable. Oh, here's another new model, BTB 25 TH5. I'm guessing this might be the 25th anniversary. You know, they're saying they're the 25th anniversary. This one has the words 25 in the title, which, boy, that speaks to me that might be the 25th anniversary. In the Silver Blizzard Matte, which, again, we are winter-themed this year in our finish names, which looks... It kind of reminds me of like Oreo Dairy Queen Blizzard is what this looks like to me. And if this is not inspired by an Oreo Dairy Queen Blizzard, I don't know what is. The views and opinions expressed by Brian are not those of Dairy Queen International or Hoshino International and do not imply a link between the two or Oreo and Nabisco as a whole. That thing's pretty cool. Comes in a 4. No, it comes in 5 and a 6. There's no 4? It's just for the beefy players. No 4. I'm a 4 guy. I like 4s. I like my coffee black, 4-string bass. I know what I like. All right, now we're on to the EHB, which this is where we took the headstock and we cut it off with a hatchet. EHB 1500 in Cosmic Blue Starburst Flat, new finish for that model. New model, 5-string, multi-scale, florid, natural low gloss. This guy's a 9-piece neck, 5 strings. Looks pretty neat. $1,800. Another new model. What's this one? The 1505S. That one's MS. Oh, it's the multi-scale. And then here is the square, normal person fretboard. Not that Fran frets aren't normal. It's what you like what you like. It's also $100 cheaper. Here's another one. Okay, so is this just... Oh, this is 2 finishes. No, EHB 505S. So what's the S mean? I don't know the difference between this. This is a 505S. What is it adding here? It's almost identical to the 505. The 505, the 1505 must have been made before. It's not jumping out at me what the difference is. I'd have to pull up the other one. But this one's coming in stained wine red low gloss, which is that this might be if the Vampire Band's bass player liked the other finish so much that he's a copycat, just blatant, going for it, copycat, that's the bass. We put together a Vampire Band and a Wizard Blizzard winter themed band from these guitars. We have, after that, the 6-string headless, which 6-string players love headless basses, at least in my experience. All of them do. Antique brown stained low gloss. That thing's pretty fancy looking with that top, burl top. And then we have the EHB 1000 Straight up, no head. New finish. Arctic Ocean matte. And now we are on to the Talman TMBs. This is a new model. I think it's a new model because it has the ash top. Because it looks pretty much like the old model, but it has this cool ash wood grain to it. I might be wrong, but this comes in a cosmic blue starburst and an iced Americano burst. I like Americanos, not with ice, but I do like the Americanos. And I do like this finish, although I'll probably do the cosmic blue. I like the cosmic blue. Also comes in a 5 in the cosmic blue, but not in the iced Americano. So you know that they're picking a winner in what they think's cool for finishes because they made 2 finishes in one and one in the other. So cosmic blue probably pops when we finally see it in person. And that is the TMB 405 TA, available for $429. This guitar, any of the other guitars, will have the majority of these. Please give us money. All right, now we're down to the acoustics. Starting up with the FRH 10N in a new finish. I think this is the Tim Henson without all the Tim Henson stuff. They've started pushing these again in the last year. Super cool. 2 new finishes. Rose gold metallic flat, giving you some of that Tim Henson goodness without all the crazy Tree of Death inlay and the wait list, which was long. I think it's finally settled out, but the Tim Henson, boy, that was a hit. I think it's virtually the same guitar. If I'm wrong, call me an idiot right here in my heart. And we've got an advanced acoustic AAM 380 CE new model for $899. Advanced auditorium with advanced access cutaway body. Thermo aged low oval grip with rounded fretboard edge. Dual outputs, mono out, stereo out. That's cool. I like this one. This AAM 370E. An open pore antique white. I like the look of this because I like a maple fretboard and acoustic, which is super not common. It happens. This guy's $699. This is if the Vampires like parents who told them to turn it down. This is the guitar they played. It's all white with a white fretboard. It's very, like, it's 400 years old looking. You'd be like, yeah, that tracks. But this thing looks cool. One more, the AAM 300 CE. Just looks like a new model. I don't know. It's an acoustic guitar. We're going down cheaper. We're getting cheaper. They start high, they go low. AAM 70 CE Advanced Auditorium in transparent charcoal burst, low gloss top, net. Oh my God. They call this TBN, which is to be named maybe? I don't know, but this is the actual description of the color. Transparent charcoal burst, low gloss top, natural open pore back and sides. That's the underneath TBN. TBN has to stand for too many words, and then they couldn't figure out how to make that work. Because a lot of these, they'll be like NT, natural high gloss underneath it, or OAW, open pore antique white. That makes sense. TBN, transparent charcoal burst, low gloss top, natural open pore back sides. I'm sure it's great. After that, AAM 54CE, $299. Cool starter acoustic. Awesome. Purple Heart fretboard and bridge. That's neat. Underneath that, what's this? The AAM 50CE, still $299. Open pore natural, a little less fancy looking. A little more like a straightforward acoustic. Oh, we're still going down. We're going to 250 now. Can they go lower? Do they dare? AAM 54 Advanced Auditorium 250 comes in open pore natural and open pore natural just with 2 different tops. So we got one's got a Sapele. It's got that top, and this one has Sitka spruce. So one's probably slightly darker and one's slightly brighter, and virtually really similar sounding, I'm sure. All right, we're leaving acoustics because there's a cool big picture of all the acoustics. Oh, these acoustics have the little cool hole in the top. Wait, did I miss that? Where's that? Do these all have the cool little hole? somewhere in this stuff at the side, they're like, has a cool little hole. And I'm not picking up how they're saying it. But I think it's in all of them. Well, I knew that Tim Henson had one. I've seen that. But anyways, this cool little hole on the top. I don't know what that does. They claim like it helps you like hear yourself or something because like there's a little like window into the guitar. I feel like it's a great place to like have picks or like if you're like done with your gum or something, you can just, I don't know. Now we're on to the PFs. We're more budget friendly. PF54CE, the PC54, which is the Dread and the Concert. It says new model. They made some models pretty similar to this. It looks like they're just using slightly different woods. A lot of times they kind of skip around, keep the price point good, and find good tone woods. Oh, so yeah, we've got a Dread and a Concert, and then we have it for $169, no cutaway, no acoustic. So $200 gets you a pickup and a cutaway, and $170 gets you no cutaway, no pickup. Now we're down to the AEs. We're jumping back up. The AE 390, natural high gloss top, aqua blue high gloss backside. Aqua blue high gloss back and sides. So the back and sides are blue and they're only showing me the front. Criminal. This is a solid German spruce top, flame maple back and sides. Oh man, that's got to look cool. Why am I only seeing the front? $829. I'm going to order one of those. We have the AE 340 FMH mahogany sunburst high gloss. I think these are like the grand kind of concert sizes. I don't know. They call this the AE body. And they have the AE 140, $400 in weathered black. And the AE 100 for $400 in burgundy flat and dark tide blue flat. What's this? An AEG. AEG body looks just slightly smaller. New finish in that. Violin sunburst high gloss. Got some lefties. AEG 7L. Lefties kind of, a lot of them went away during COVID. So we're starting to see a resurgence of those, I guess. And now we are at acoustic basses. I feel like they made this with frets last year. It says new model fretless, but I'm pretty sure we had this with frets in it. But $500, man, that's awesome. Mahogany sunburst high gloss, AEG B24FE. That's cool. Getting that. And now classicals. This says new model, GA1, GA2, GA3. We have definitely had GA1, GA2, and GA3 models. I'm guessing this is just a return to them or a resurgence in them. Maybe they were discontinued and I didn't realize it. But super awesome classicals. We do the Yamahas and the Ibanez classicals and Ortegas. We have a classical program here at the university. And I always love these GAs. I think they're great. Super good money. Super great guitar for the money. Awesome. And then we're into ukuleles. No, these are not ukuleles. What are these? Are these ukuleles? AUC 14, kind of a ukulele that looks like a violin. I don't know what this is. This kind of broke my brain. It looks like someone took a ukulele and like forced it into a case made for a violin. But it's kind of neat. Looks old timey and fun. AUC 14. Oh, they got a bunch of these out. I have to check one of these out and see how they are. They look pretty neat. Oh, and they have a Get-A-Lele version. That looks cool. I call it a Get-A-Lele. They might call it something else. Yeah, it's tuned to A to A. I call it a Get-A-Lele. And now we are on to pedals. The Tube Screamer. Limited model. 45th anniversary. I can't believe the Tube Screamer is 45 years old. I'm 42. Oh my God. I'm getting old. I'm aging with the Tube Screamer in real time in front of you. $200 in this cool blue sparkle, in this very fun blue finish. We got a bunch of these coming. I'm super excited for those. Oh, and these are the other things that came out. These pedals. These are awesome. They have this Pentatone, this gate. I think this Pentatone is really neat. It's an EQ pedal. $129, so priced awesome. Graphic EQ, so it's got the sliders, but they're parametric. So you can adjust the frequencies of each one. I think it's super neat. I'm guessing the little mini up here adjusts the Q. I haven't seen the manual or anything. And then the larger one adjusts the frequency. So it's kind of like your graphic EQ from a lot of people like MXR or something like that, where it's affordable, but it gives you a ton of flexibility. Parametric EQs are... And then the gate, just straightforward, $100 gate. Who doesn't love a good cheap noise gate? I think that's super smart of them. And lastly, of the whole thing is this wah pedal, the Twin Peaks. I think they actually kind of came out with this in October. I feel like I started seeing this at the end of last year. It says new model, but I feel like it kind of beat this catalog to market, where it is a wah pedal. And a wah pedal is a parametric EQ, actually, and it just has like a 15 dB or whatever boost, and you sweep the frequency back and forth, and it goes wow, wow, wow. This thing gives you 2 frequencies to ride. And I have not tried this yet. I'm super interested. When I think of 2 frequencies riding, I think that's got to sound weird. But every time I hear one, it sounds super musical. And I really want to try one of these. They're $200. They're kind of, I think, based on the old, there was an old Ibanez wah that people super seek after, and I forget the model right now. But it's built in that frame. But I want to check this thing out. It says die-cast case. I know those old ones were totally plastic and kind of dyed. I think that's the one like the Red Hot Chili Peppers used, if I remember right. And that was one of the reasons it was collectible. The original, not this Twin Peaks one. But maybe now that's all they're using. I'm not sure. Anyways, that brings us to the end. The last page, which has these cool bases at the bottom. So that's it. That is everything introduced today from Ibanez 2024. These are going to be released throughout the calendar year. They're not going to come out right now. Ibanez typically drops something every month, every few weeks throughout the entire year. Probably a bunch of them will happen right after the NAMM show. We're going to be getting them all year long. So if there's something you want, we're more than happy to help you. But I just want to find out what people think about these. You know, dealers like us, we look at these pages, we get these ahead of time, we go, oh, what do we think people are going to like out of this? And feedback's the biggest thing. So, you know, if you have an opinion, you're like, oh, I hate this one, I love this one, boy, these colors are great, boy, these colors are ugly. I want to hear about it. Tell me which is your favorite out of this whole line. I really like the fretless with the little holes because it makes my brain go happy. I think there's a couple of winners here, especially like the lower price points. I think some of those guitars are just going to murder this year. We're going to order them pretty deep. But let me know what you think. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Those little things super help us out. We super appreciate it. Thank you for watching.